Hey, here we are again, America. Deer Hunter DVM coming back at you again. December the 15th, muzzleloader season is in the books. I just got back from a very cold and snowy hunt. I went in about noon and set up on a buck. Let me give you a review on kind of the weekend and what I saw. Feels good to be in some heat. I normally dress at the truck, but it's okay. Here's the rake. Friday, I still hunted my way into like 2.5 miles worth of still hunting. I started about 9 in the morning. Had an encounter with a buck with a broken leg we call Mick Foley. We call him Mick Foley because he keeps taking bumps and just keeps right on going. I was fighting through some vines and I crested a hill and I bumped him out of his bed, and I didn't have my mind right to be still hunting. You know, you have to really focus, and I had lost focus there for a little bit. But anyway, I still hunted over into a draw and found some does in their beds. No bucks with them, and I actually got away with actually seeing them in their beds and then backing out and not bumping them, so that was a success. Once I reached the stand site, I haven't been to this stand and hunted it in literally 3 years. I haven't hunted it in 3 years, and I killed a big buck out of it in 2015. We called Dirk McGurk. I killed a 155-inch 10-pointer the next year, almost on the same day from that set. It's a great gun spot, excellent gun spot when you've got corn stalks out there in front of it. And so I got to the set, got up in there, and about 10 after 4, here come a shooter, and he was a big bastard. And I was monkeying around with the camera, and I don't know why, but I totally botched the shot on him about 120 yards. My trigger pull was trash. I didn't have a very good rest. I just hurried the shot. You know, I shot wide left of him. He was quartered to a bit, and I was trying to hit him in that front shoulder and drop him, and he was walking, and I don't know why I didn't stop him, take my time and squeeze it, and I let the moment get the best of me a little bit. I felt like I had control of it, but I need to listen to that inner voice that tells me to slow down because I just rushed it. And so I was really disappointed about that, like kicking myself. He was a nice big buck. He was probably he's in the 60s, you know. And he kind of stood out there. He bounded off a couple steps and stood out there and just was trying to put it all together. And I didn't feel like I hit him at all. My trigger pull was just awful. I don't know why. It just was terrible. And, you know, I thought I'll go back in the next morning and I'll hunt till about 10 and go out there and look for hair or blood. I didn't feel like I hit him. Looking at the video, I was almost 100% sure, but you got to be 100% sure on stuff like this. And he beat me to it. Right after daybreak, 4 or 5 does started pouring into that cornstalk field, and he was running them all over the place like it was the middle of November. He was grunting and growling and bawling. It was some of the strangest noises I've ever heard a mature buck make. And he almost got into the same tracks that I shot him in the night before, but he was just bouncing all over those does. I just couldn't do anything with it. And he finally made his way back in the timber, and I didn't get a shot, but I did see him, and I didn't have to go look for blood because, newsflash, he was still alive. So I came back in since I saw him yesterday morning. I had a family gathering to get to about noon, so I hunted till about 10. Still didn't see him, backed out. Went to a family gathering, got back in the tree by about 2:45. I saw one little buck that was with him that morning, and then that was about it. I just didn't really, that and some gobblers, but that was about all I saw. Decided not to go this morning. it was froze and very still and quiet, and I didn't feel like I could sneak in there without blowing it to pieces. I just didn't have the right conditions to get in quietly enough to not blow them off that field edge. And so I went out about noon, and it was forecasted for snow starting about 2, and it did. It snowed like a sumbitch. I didn't see that buck, but I did have 2 young bucks traveling by themselves. I had them at 15 yards. Straight downwind, the ozonics just plugging them up like crazy. It worked out like a charm. The snow was heavy, cold. My hands got cold, my feet got cold, but it was a good hunt all in all. You know, you got to be out there. If you've got a muzzleloader tag and there's snow in the forecast, you get out there before that snow and see what comes out of that field. And I did see at last light some does pour into the field on the other end of the corn stalks down there, and he is liable to be with them, but I didn't see him. So onward to the rest of the bow season. This is the first year since 2012 that I'm eating a 1 gun tag, and that irritates me. I should have filled that tag, but it is what it is. I'm over it. You know, it won't be the last time I miss. Damn sure ain't the first, so can't cry about it. You just got to roll the punches and stay in the fight. So yeah, kind of got a plan ready for late season work on him. We got about a month to get it done. We'll see what we can do. Real quick, I want to talk about a piece of gear right here that saved my bacon in the timber tonight. These Sitka Stratus gloves, they are phenomenal. You can use them as, you can use your touch screen. They're waterproof, windproof, and let me tell you, on a snowy, windy day, these Sitka Stratus gloves, I was so glad to have them in my pack when my hands got cold there toward the end and wet from all that snow. It literally made my hunt safer when I was climbing down because I had a good grip. So get you some of these. They're excellent. Sitka makes some great gear. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for staying with me, guys. Deer Hunter DVM. I'll catch you guys in the last month of the season.